What's good everyone, it's Smudgy here. Let's talk all things Type 11 Gold Camo Guide. Honestly, one of probably the worst LMG actually in the game. By all means it's not bad, it struggles at range massively, but it's entirely viable, especially if you're going to play shipment or hardcore shipment or hardcore Das House, any of the smaller maps. Is perfectly viable. You will get outgunned. The sprint to fire time isn't fantastic on it, but it's an LMG, it's what to be expected. This is what I ran. I don't think this is anything spectacularly different to most of the other LMGs now. If anything, we've just refined the process as we've gone through the 4 guns. Not bad, but let's just jump straight into the camo challenges themselves. So first up we have 400 eliminations. As always, nothing to worry about, you'll do this as you do everything else. And then we have 100 headshots. Again, pretty easy. I would be incredibly surprised if you don't manage this throughout the rest of the grind. And then we have 50 multi-kills. Again, if you're in shipment, Das House, Dome, anything like that, it should be pretty easy to do this. I'd be, again, pretty surprised if you can't do this within the kind of just general grind, not thinking about it. And then we have get 5 kills without dying 30 times. So bloodthirsties once again. Pretty easy, this gun's more than capable of getting bloodthirsties. If you are struggling, any kill that you get with a grenade will count towards it. Any kill that maybe you're running overkill and you get 4 kills with another gun, as long as the 5th kill comes with this gun, it will count as a bloodthirsty, so pretty easy. Then we have 100 long range kills. I went into hardcore and did this exclusively on domination, patrol and hardpoint, purely because the maps are bigger. Das House is horrendous for trying to do it. It's not even in the game at the moment, but Das House is kind of unplayable in terms of long shot potential. But 100 long range, pain in the ass. It doesn't excel at long range. You definitely want to make sure you're on the borderline of what counts as a long shot. I think it's like 42 meters, 45 meters, as opposed to sitting back 100 meters on a map like Castle. You definitely have to be a bit closer than other ones, purely because the recoil kick is massive and it is not a one shot one kill to anything other than the head when you are at those longer distances. It's not the most pleasant gun. Entirely viable though, don't let that put you off. Just put a variable zoom scope on it. The 3x6 is my personal choice and you shouldn't have any issues. Then you have 100 close range kills. You can do this in shipment, Das House, Dome, take your pick of your favourite small map. This should come pretty easily. I don't think many people will struggle with this. And then we have 100 bullet penetration kills. Obviously incredibly difficult to do now they've taken away the shipment method. And even in Das House they've tweaked a few things that make things just a little bit trickier. But it is still entirely viable. Currently in game there is the SSDD? Yeah, SSDD, same shit, different day. That's what it stands for traditionally. Playlist that has shipment, shipmass, Das House and Dome. Those are fantastic for doing it, but there's no hardcore variant of that, and so I did the majority of the bullet penetration as a passive thing as I worked on the attachment specific challenges, and then once I'd done the attachment specific, I think I had 30 or so bullet penetrations left to do. At that point I went into hardcore shipment and just did it that way. If you can get on like the hanging crate that sits near C flag, you can shoot through the floor of that and kill anyone underneath you as a wallbang. You can shoot through most of the objects in shipment to get a wallbang. Is by far the better map. Otherwise Dome, the chain link fence or window I guess you could call it, in the room that B flag is in, if you sit on that heading out towards C, that's pretty easy to do it. I'll have a full video on an LMG guide coming out either tomorrow or the day after that, that I'll go into a bit more detail. But it's the sort of thing that as long as you've got piercing vision on, you'll pick them up without noticing, and you just have to make a bit more of a conceited effort. I'd highly recommend doing them as a passive objective as you do other things, and trying not to focus on them too much, because that's when you get frustrated and you get angry that the game isn't giving you wall bangs when you think that they should. So doing it passively is by far the easiest way to kind of keep your sanity as well. But it is entirely doable. Most things you can shoot through in shipment, so as long as you've got piercing vision on and the 90 round, 100 round mags, whatever they are, you should be pretty much good to go. Then we have 100 hipfire kills while moving with a 352mm barrel, the Shirashi skeletal stock, I probably butchered that, and the steady proficiency. Not the most pleasant of attachment specific challenges. It's not made for hip firing on account it's an LMG. All the other attachments that you put on this need to be prioritising hip fire accuracy and make sure you keep the 90 round mag on because you will miss a lot of shots. Hardcore shipment is the best place to do this. I did it in 4 games, so I think roughly worked out to about 25 kills a game that counted towards the hip fire. It was painful and it wasn't fun, but it's entirely doable as long as you remember to move. I think that's the biggest issue, is people are so concerned with hitting their hip fire shots as they forget to move, and the easiest way you can do that is you can either slide into people or you can just jump as you fire. If you jump as you fire, it counts as moving and it counts towards the challenge. It is by far the easiest way to do it. Then we have 100 kills while crouched or prone with the 6.5mm 90 round drums, the weighted stock and pressure proficiency. Super easy. I paired this with my long shots. It's just 100 kills crouched or prone. You've got to remember to crouch or prone. Play a bit slower. You can do this in shipment if you wanted, if you weren't going for long shots at the same time, and you'll rattle through these. And then we have 100 ADS kills with the 261mm barrel, the 30 round 6.5mm mags and fleet proficiency. Again, pretty easy. The only stumbling block is you've only got 30 round mags now. Bit of a change if you're used to playing with the 90 rounds for, you know, most of the grind. It's entirely doable though. You're just going to be reloading a bit more. You could always put sleight of hand on if you found it was bothering you, but that shouldn't be an issue. And that is the Type 11 gold, and more importantly it is all of the LMGs gold and therefore diamond. So I'll have, like I said earlier, a guide coming out with some more general tips that maybe I didn't cover in as much detail throughout the gun guide specifically. Let me know what category of weapons we move on to next. You have the choice of marksman rifles, snipers or assault rifles, I think. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to find your way back. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.